Today, we're going to talk about a really special school in a town you can almost feel before you can see it, Brisa, Romania. And this isn't just a history lesson, okay? It's the story of how a whole community learned to fly. Brisa is one of those places, for real. It's a town famous for its clean mountain air, a place where everything just seems to slow down a little. It's one of those corners of the world where history itself feels alive, like it's breathing right alongside you. And that's where our story begins. And right at the heart of this incredible town is a school that took its name, and you could say its entire spirit, from one of Romania's greatest aviation pioneers, Vlaicu. So, this is the story of how that school got its wings. To really get how this school learned to soar, we've got to go back, way back. We need to see how its roots were planted, deep in the soil of Bryaza, almost 200 years ago. It all started with this amazing idea. Back in 1838, a local landowner named Scarlet Gica came up with a plan to create a Fabrice de Mints, a factory of mines. I mean, how incredible is that phrase? It was such a generous, forward-thinking idea, and it planted the very first seed for everything that was to come. And, that seed took a little while to grow. Over the next century, it kept changing and evolving. By 1927, it was a workshop school. Then it became a school of trades. And for a while, it was a girls' industrial high school, a place where respect was just as important as any textbook lesson. But the real turning point, the moment everything changed, came right after the Second World War. Romania was going through huge transformations, and this is when the dream of a modern high school really truly took flight. So, in the 1951 school year, the first official high school classes kicked off. It was a simple time. The classroom smelled like chalk. The bell rang like a promise for the future, but it was just buzzing with enthusiasm and even had a dorm for almost 150 students. Now, this vision didn't just happen on its own. It was driven by real people. In 1954, a group of local intellectuals, people like Arita and Radu Baku and Alina Idol, they were the ones who took that crucial step to make the theoretical high school a formal reality. And the name they chose? Well, it was basically a manifesto. Vlaicu was this incredible engineer who dared to conquer the skies. So by taking his name, the school was making a really bold statement that it would teach generations of students that real flight, the courage to dream big, it starts in your spirit. From that powerful foundation, the school just exploded. It entered this incredible period of growth. And as you're about to see, these aren't just statistics. These are numbers with a soul, representing a community that was absolutely bursting with life. It started off pretty small. In that very first year, there were just 59 students walking the halls. A humble beginning for sure, but a really determined one that laid all the groundwork for what was coming. But yeah, that small group didn't stay small for long. In less than a decade, the student population rocketed to 425. You can see the school was fast becoming the absolute heart of the community, a real place of hope and opportunity. And then, by the late 70s, it hit its absolute peak. Can you imagine this? 1,690 students. The courtyards must have been packed, the breaks must have been so noisy, and the hallways just buzzing with the energy of kids with books under their arms and huge dreams in their pockets. And that impact has really lasted. Today, the school isn't just one building anymore. It's an entire network. It serves nearly 1,700 students, all the way from tiny preschoolers to high school seniors, all guided by a team of almost 150 dedicated staff members. So that brings us to what Vlaicu is today. It's not just a single building on a street anymore. It's a complete educational ecosystem. It's like a family of schools all growing up together. This just shows the journey a kid can take, and it's brilliant. They can start out in a Vlaicu kindergarten when they're 3 years old, build up their skills in a Vlaicu middle school, and then finally earn their wings at the high school. It's this one continuous path of growth. And here's what that whole network looks like. The high school is like the central hub, and it coordinates 3 different middle schools and 6 kindergartens that are spread out across the town. It's a really remarkable setup. So what's the big deal with this model? Well, the benefit is just immense. It means there's a continuity of values, a shared vision. Students don't just feel like they're going to a school, they feel like they are part of one big extended family that's growing right along with them from day one all the way to graduation. So after all these years, what is it? What's the core spirit of Vlaicu?
What are those things you can't quite put your finger on that have allowed it to not just survive, but to really, truly thrive?
I absolutely love this slide. It just captures the school's whole philosophy perfectly. The tools have changed, obviously, but the mission has only gotten deeper. The focus has shifted from something simple, like cleaning a slate, to the much more profound work of opening up minds.
And this is the school's official motto, Performanțe prin tradiție, tradiție prin oameni, oameni cu aripi, which means performance through tradition, tradition through people, people with wings. I mean, that's the entire story in just 3 lines, isn't it? It connects achievement to history, history to its community, and that community to its ultimate goal, to give every student wings.
Which really just leaves us with this final question to think about. What gives a school its soul? Is it the buildings, the curriculum, or is it something more? As the story of Vlaicu A School shows us, maybe a school's soul comes from a vision that was planted long, long ago, the dedication of its people, and the simple courage to teach every single student how to fly.